Hi guys, this is Captain Anony Recaps. Today we're looking at Alice in Deadly School. A high school girl plays on her piano while somebody else plays on the swing outside. As the pianist continues to play, we shift our perspective into the present, where four high school girls are rappelling down a window. The girls break through the window of the dilapidated building, evading what seems to be zombies shuffling about in the open. We learn of the girls' names as Yu and Nobu, collectively introducing themselves as Nobyun. Nobu questions why Yu introduced herself with a melon pan in her mouth, only for Yu to ask back why she had a yakisoba roll with her. The girls joke around about their food while one of the other girls, Megumi, is calling to check on her mom. She continues to talk with her mom until she hears her voice get creepy, implying that she has turned into a zombie. Student Council President Kazuma Aoike announces over the PA system that the first floor is not safe. She encourages everyone healthy to move to a higher floor. Some other girls in the school are moving to higher floors, with a girl named Kiriko documenting everything that's happening in a carefree manner. President Aoike encourages everyone to look after each other and to put their trust in their fellow students. The group of girls on the rooftop, which we learn are the Rakugo Club, are doing their preparations. The council reminds them that the rooftop is not a playground where members from other clubs are convening. Benishima from the Go Home Club also introduces herself, ready to fight with her baseball bat. Meanwhile, at the science lab system, Kiriko continues to film her documentary. However, her club president gets attacked by a zombie, the former encouraging her to keep filming even as she dies, so people would know what happened. The zombie bites with more force, hitting the club president with a killing blow. Benishima tries to dispatch the zombie, killing it with several blasts from her baseball bat. Kiriko checks on her club president, confirming that she's dead. The corpse immediately reanimates, trying to bite Kiriko, but Benishima rescues her in time. Kiriko questions Benishima's actions, but the latter justifies that she is no longer the same person. Benishima reports the same to the others on the rooftop, with many questioning why the others are biting. The girls start questioning Benishima, especially with her bloodlusted demeanor. They ask if she has any bite marks, but she shrugs off the accusations, moving away for a smoke break. Another girl, Hikami, informs the student council president that the science club is building a bomb in the lab. Some of the other girls discuss the science club's plans, with Yu and Nobu discussing the future they want to do. Yu informs Nobu she is free to eat her whenever the time comes, coping with their jokes and daydreaming. Megumi wonders why the duo isn't scared of the entire situation. The pair then tells her that their dream is to save the world through comedy. Yu goes on to ask Kazuma about her dreams of the future. Revealing that they grew up as neighbors, Yu tells Benishima that Kazuma always wanted to become a pop idol, much to the latter's shame. Kiriko informs everyone of her idea to upload their video on the internet to prompt people to start rescue efforts. However, her batteries are dead, driving Nobyun to do something about the situation. Meanwhile, the rest of the school is either abandoned or silent, with the occasional zombie shuffling around the corridors. Nobu starts their resource run to the lower floors, with Yu asking Nobu why she decided to start a manzai kombi or two-person stand-up with her. Nobu reveals that she only did so because she likes Yu being weird. However, she also tells in her head that Yu gets lonely from her constant weirdness, which draws Nobu's attention to her. She remembers a time when she apologized about Yu's mother passing away, only for her friend to brush it off. Yu reveals in the memory that she took all the bad things happening in stride, showing a sense of pragmatism behind her weird demeanor. The girls then do a boke and Sukomi, straight man and funny man routine, making them closer than ever. The duo continues their supply run, only to hear the piano playing again. As Nobu progresses, they find one zombie on standby, silently sitting in the corridor. They wonder who plays the piano, only to find out it is Shijimoto from Class B. They try to invite her to their rooftop safe zone, but she declines, wanting to play the piano some more. The pair gets the charger they came for, planning to rescue Shijimoto and help her evacuate. They try again to help her, only to realize that she turned the moment they left her, likely trying to play before she becomes a zombie. She attacks Yu, resulting in a three-way melee. Shijimoto screams her lungs out, trying to get the attention of the other zombies. However, gunfire comes from the outside, with a bullet penetrating the zombified pianist's head, disabling her in one shot. The pair sees an older woman outside the window, giving them time to escape back up. Corpses are slowly piling, but there are still shamblers walking about. As they reach the rooftop, they see a helicopter trying to rescue them. It drops in the nearby open field, only for most of the zombie horde to converge where the helicopter noise comes from. While the armed soldier does her best to fight off the horde, the helicopter gets overwhelmed, exploding midair as it tries to fend off the remaining zombies. The girls see the entire event, prompting them to wonder if help is coming. Kazuma is being realistic about the whole situation, pushing Megumi to be more worried than ever. Kazuma starts to lose hope, only for Megumi to try and encourage her to keep going. Meanwhile, Benishima tries to get close to Takamori, one of the girls on the rooftop. However, another girl named Kaoru berates her for being chummy with Takamori, reminding her that the softball team did not qualify for the summer tournament because of Benishima's constant smoking. They then reveal that Benishima and Takamori have a history together, known as the unstoppable golden battery of the softball team. Takamori asks Kaoru to stop while everyone else is starting to break down. The girls then decide to go to the mall, planning to use it as a temporary shelter. They remembered that the mall would be used as a shelter by the government, and it would have the resources they needed to continue. The girls first planned their escape through the fence, preparing to break it using the science club's bomb. They then planned to slip through the remains of the old school building and enter through the woods. As they cut through the forest, they will run straight to the mall, bypassing significant thoroughfares. Benishima plans to lead the contingent through the forest, remembering that she memorized the path when she wanted to eat croquettes on her lonesome. During this time, Yu notices Nobu feeling weak and cold, losing her mostly happy attitude. However, they're interrupted by a signal from the science club, telling them that the explosive they prepared is now ready. Takamori volunteers to rendezvous with Hikami and retrieves the explosive. Everyone is now ready to go, but several issues arose, including Nobu becoming weaker and weaker. Nobu and Yu fall behind the main group as the former is losing strength. Kazuma also planned to make one final announcement for any of the other remaining survivors. They split off from the main group, with Benishima escorting her. Takamori eventually reaches the science lab, only to find Hikami barely completing the explosive. She finds Hikami dead, bloodied from possible attacks by other zombies. Nobu tries to rest for a bit, telling Yu that she is all woozy for some reason. Yu remembers the blood spatter from Shijimoto's death, with drops accidentally splattering on Nobu's mouth and eyes. Nobu returns the question from earlier, asking her best friend why she teamed up with her. Yu exclaims that because she's weird, only for Nobu to correct her, saying it's because they're both lonely people. This makes Yu hug her best friend right as Kazuma does her announcement. The main group forces their way through the school, but they lose some of the girls on the way. Kiriko gets ambushed by a zombie behind as she documents the entire escape. Meanwhile, Takamori gets crowded by the other infected as she lagged behind, deciding to detonate the explosive via suicide bombing. Takamori reveals the truth about Benishima, revealing that it was her who truly gave in and decided to smoke. However, Benishima decided to take the fall so she could keep her dreams alive. Now, Takamori wants to protect her back, asking for Benishima's lighter through a final golden battery combo. She detonates the explosives, allowing 3 of the remaining girls to escape. Kazuma is left alone in the broadcasting booth while Nobu says her goodbyes to her dear friend, knowing her time is up. She leaves Yu behind, thanking her for all the support she gave her. Meanwhile, Kazuma performs one final song to fulfill her dream of becoming an idol. As she sings, we learn that she received a bite on the neck, which gives her limited time. More and more girls are becoming zombies, many of which stay catatonic after they turn. Time passes, and we see the school is now overgrown with vines and flowers. Many zombies are now decayed or too weak to move, making the school a safe place. You return to the school, checking if Nobu still roams around. As she goes on the rooftop, she sees the silhouette of her friend playing at the swing. As she checks the swing, you realizes that Nobu is still around, telling her to fulfill her dream of saving the world. She also reminds Yu that she can be successful through her comedy, even without her best friend. Yu decides to escape, wanting to fulfill her promise to Nobu. She tries to do their comedy act again, only to feel incomplete as her friend is not there to play with her. After one last sip of water, Yu decides to leave, not knowing where to go next. We learn from the after-credits scene that Yu continues to cherish her memories of Nobu. Now grown up, she still returns to the rooftop, where she reminisces the good times that Nobu shared.